What's going on, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Rish. In this video, we're going to talk about how to actually acquire 6 figures in 0% funding. I'm going to teach you step by step how to acquire free money from the bank without paying $0 in interest. A lot of people don't believe me when I say I can get them 0% interest to the banks. They make it sound that it's too good to be true. This is the reality. I'm a man of my logics. This is a proven structure, and this is exactly how I was able to acquire $500,000 in 0% funding using these exact same strategies that I'm going to talk about in this video. Let's get right into the video. I'm giving away all these money hacks for free, so make sure you support my channel, hit the like and hit the bell button and subscribe to my channel. So in this video, we're going to talk about my technique that I use to acquire $500,000 in 0% funding. There are two types of funding: secured and unsecured funding. So anything starting from $10,000 all the way up to $500,000 is unsecured funding that has 0% interest tied to it in some cases, and anything starting from $500,000 all the way up to multi-million dollars is a secure funding that has a little bit of interest tied to it. Usually for secure funding options, banks look at FICO score, your personal side, and do not require any other further documentations to get you approved for credit limits. Whereas in secured funding, lenders do look at your profit and loss statements, your income taxes, and other documents that supports that your business is doing consistent revenue. That's how they get you qualified for funding, which has interest tied to it. I'm a huge advocate of acquiring unsecured funding if you're someone who wants to start their own business but do not have that much capital at your access. Then you can use unsecured funding as one of the options to go ahead and acquire 6 figures in capital at 0% funding for 12 to 18 months. Go start your business or even scale an existing business. The whole idea behind the funding is to use other people's money for 0% for 12 to 18 months to make money within that 0% period, so that you can pay off before that intro period and not have to pay any interest or penalties within that 0% period. There are lenders and regional banks that are still offering 0% rate of interest on your funding till this date for 12 to 18 months. You can utilize your connections and your personal credit to go ahead and reach out to these lenders and get approved for 0% funding that you can use for 12 to 18 months. These lenders typically look at your personal credit score, your business optimization to determine your eligibility or fundability. Now we're going to exactly talk about what you need to do before you actually reach out to these lenders. And I'm also going to talk to you about what exactly I did to go ahead and acquire $500,000 in 0% funding through these lenders. First of all, to start off, you need a credit score above 750 and an average credit age above 5 years. And you also need to have an incorporated business in the state of US. So typically, if your credit score is below 750, they will look at you as a risky business person or a risky business. It is advisable to go ahead and reach out to these lenders when you're ready to go apply with a 750 score and above. Also, there needs to be a proper optimization on your personal and your business side. So these lenders are going to look at your personal credit score, the age of your credit, age of your business, and how many positive accounts you're reporting on both the personal and business side. Let me share with you a couple of mistakes that I made that I want to educate you guys over so that you can overcome and learn from my mistakes. When I went to go apply without having proper optimizations on my personal and business credit, I was only able to get approved for $8,000 to $10,000 in funding, as opposed to getting approved for $90,000 to $150,000 in funding with the right structure and with the right optimization on the personal and business side. That's how effective and important it is to optimize both the sides properly. One of the ways you can optimize your personal credit is reporting paid off loans and paid off installment payments on your account. Also reporting rent on your credit profile to make yourself look good in the eyes of lenders, so that when you go apply for funding, they will actually see that you are consistently making the payments on time, you're actually having a paid off history, and you're also having a fair amount of age on your credit. So that's when they will able to help you get approved for maximum fundability. With that being said, having the right connections with the lenders and underwriters is also really important, and it's a making or a breaking factor in terms of getting the maximum fundability. So for example, if I go apply without the right connections, without the underwriters, then I could only get approved for $5,000 to $10,000 in approval, as opposed to if I have the right connections, if I have access to the underwriters at my disposal, then I can actually maximize my approval. Typically with a real underwriter looking at your application, you can get 3 or 5 times more limit than the normal normal application. So that was one of the mistakes that I made by going to the lenders without having the right underwriter connections. I highly recommend, if you have underwriters, then go ahead and reach out to them and maximize your fundability. So let's talk about what exactly did I do after having access to the capital. In business, you need money to make money. So now, with that being said, once I had access to capital, I wanted to make that money work for me to make more money. So I invested into different opportunities, invested into digital real estate, invested into real estate, acquired a couple of cash flowing brands that made me 4 or 5 figures every month. And I began to invest in networking events where I could go ahead and reach out and connect with high net worth individuals. Attending networking events and connecting with high net worth individuals is extremely powerful. It just elevates your connections, helps you think more than what you're capable of thinking. So it actually helps you build your net worth when you expand your net worth. So I actively started investing in networking events. I went to Grant Cardone's event. I went to Manny Koshbin's event. I also took part in a couple of real estate events to go ahead and connect with a lot of individuals in the industry. So I'd highly recommend having a phenomenal credit score if you are someone that is sitting on a low credit score. So I definitely recommend to go ahead and take some actions that I gave in this video. Report some paid off loans, report your rent, have some paid off history on your credit profile, clear those negative items, remove hard inquiries to go ahead and boost your credit, because credit is the center of finance. With having a great credit also opens a lot of possibilities and channels to make money. I highly recommend having a great credit score. And if you have any questions, let me know in the DMs or let me know in the chats below so that I can help you out achieve your credit goals. So there you have my story on how I acquired $500,000 in 0% funding and leveraged that funding into money-making machine or money-making opportunities, and how I was able to achieve that by optimizing my personal and my business credit with the right connections. Remember, success is not just having the right idea, but executing the idea with the right strategy and persistency. Always keep that in mind. Just because you have a really good idea doesn't mean that it's gonna turn out really good without a right executing plan. I hope that it sheds light on how to acquire 0% funding from the banks and lenders with the right connections. I hope to help you guys out as much as possible, learn from my mistakes. So please make sure, if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Please make sure that you share this video with someone that actually needs help with funding. I'll see you in the next one.